What if I told you that everything you know about affordable electric vehicles is about to change forever? Imagine an electric car that costs less than most used sedans, charges faster than you can grab coffee, and still carries that cutting-edge technology we've come to expect. Sounds impossible, right? Well, buckle up. Because what's coming is going to flip the entire automotive industry on its head. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you saw a truly affordable electric vehicle that didn't feel like a massive compromise? You know what I'm talking about. Those budget EVs that promise the world but deliver a glorified golf cart with a fancy badge. The ones where you're constantly wondering if you'll make it to your destination or be stranded on the side of the highway. Yeah, those days are about to be ancient history. Here's the thing that most people don't realize. The electric vehicle revolution has been happening, but it's been happening for people with deep pockets. Sure, premium EVs are incredible, but what about everyone else? What about the millions of people who want to go electric but can't justify dropping 50 grand on a car? That's exactly the problem that's being solved right now, and the solution is nothing short of revolutionary. Now let's talk about what's really happening behind the scenes. There's a new electric vehicle in development that incorporates over 26 specific design innovations compared to existing models. But here's the brilliant part. Every single one of these changes serves one purpose, making electric vehicles accessible to everyday people without sacrificing the experience you'd expect. We're not talking about stripping away everything that makes an EV exciting. We're talking about smart engineering that keeps what matters and eliminates what doesn't. Think about this for a second. The automotive industry has been playing the same game for decades. More features, bigger price tags, endless options that most people never use. But what if someone flipped that script entirely? What if instead of adding complexity, we focused on perfecting simplicity? That's exactly what's happening here, and it's going to change everything. Let me paint you a picture of what smart cost reduction actually looks like. Instead of those fancy, complicated door mechanisms that look cool but cost a fortune to manufacture and maintain, we're going back to reliable, straightforward four-door designs that everyone actually prefers anyway. Does that sound boring? Maybe. But here's what's not boring. Being able to afford the car in the first place and not worrying about expensive repairs down the line. The motor technology alone is fascinating. By switching to ferrite-based motors instead of rare earth magnets, production costs drop significantly. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cheaper materials mean worse performance, right? Not necessarily. Sure, you might not get hypercar acceleration, but here's the reality check most people need. Do you really need to go from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds on your morning commute? For the vast majority of drivers, the answer is absolutely not. What they need is reliability, efficiency, and affordability, and that's exactly what this approach delivers. But here's where things get really interesting. Despite the lower price point and simplified approach, all the core technology that makes electric vehicles special remains intact. We're talking full autonomous driving capabilities, regular over-the-air software updates that keep improving your vehicle over time, and that seamless connectivity you've come to expect. This isn't about creating a lesser vehicle. It's about creating a smarter one that focuses resources where they actually matter. Let's talk about manufacturing for a moment because this is where the magic really happens. There's this groundbreaking technology called GigaPress that's revolutionizing how vehicles are built. Imagine being able to produce major vehicle components in just 15 seconds. 15 seconds! Traditional automotive manufacturing can take hours for the same process. This isn't just impressive from a technical standpoint. This efficiency directly translates to lower costs, which means more affordable prices for consumers. It's a complete game changer for the industry. Here's something fascinating about consumer behavior. Recently, there was a massive surge in EV sales because people were rushing to secure federal tax credits before they expired. This tells us something crucial. People want electric vehicles, but price is the deciding factor for most buyers. Remove the financial barriers and suddenly everyone wants in on the electric revolution. That's not speculation, that's proven market behavior. The design philosophy here is absolutely brilliant. We're looking at a 5-door hatchback configuration that prioritizes aerodynamics and minimalism. That signature glass dome roof? Still there, creating that spacious open cabin feeling. But gone are the complicated features that drive up costs without adding real value. Even the door handles have been redesigned for better reliability while maintaining that sleek aesthetic. It's about learning from past mistakes and improving where it counts. Aerodynamics isn't just about looking cool, though these vehicles definitely do. Turbine-style alloy wheels and that smooth front end without a traditional grille aren't just design statements. They're functional choices that maximize efficiency and extend range. Every curve, every angle serves a purpose. This is engineering at its finest, where form follows function in the most elegant way possible. Now let's talk scale, because the ambition here is absolutely massive. We're talking about production targets of 5 million units annually. To put that in perspective, that would surpass legendary models like the Toyota Corolla and Volkswagen Golf in global sales. Those are vehicles that have dominated the market for generations. The goal isn't just to compete. It's to completely redefine what's possible in the affordable vehicle segment. Battery technology is where things get really exciting. Next-generation aluminum-ion batteries promise significantly lower costs and dramatically faster charging times. Imagine pulling into a charging station and being fully charged before you finish your bathroom break and grab a snack. That's not science fiction anymore. That's the reality we're heading toward, and it completely eliminates one of the biggest concerns people have about electric vehicles: range anxiety and charging time. Here's the honest truth, though. With affordability comes compromise, and we need to talk about that. The interior is going to be more simplified compared to premium models. If you're expecting luxury materials and premium features throughout, this might not be your vehicle. But here's the question you need to ask yourself. Would you rather have heated and ventilated massage seats in a car you can't afford? Or would you rather have a comfortable, reliable electric vehicle that gets you where you need to go without breaking the bank? For millions of people, that choice is obvious. The manufacturing innovation doesn't stop at the gigapress. The next generation version can handle 50,000 tons of pressure, allowing entire chassis to be cast in a single operation. Think about what that means. Fewer components, faster assembly, lower costs, and actually better structural integrity. It's one of those rare situations where doing things smarter results in a better product at a lower price. That's the kind of innovation that changes industries. With production costs potentially as low as $6,200 per vehicle, there's serious room for competitive pricing while maintaining healthy profit margins. This isn't about making cheap cars that barely turn a profit. This is about efficient manufacturing that benefits everyone. The company makes money, consumers get affordable vehicles, and the planet gets cleaner transportation. That's what we call a win-win-win situation. The compact design philosophy here is genius. Fewer components mean less waste, faster production, and easier maintenance down the line. When something does need repair or replacement, it's simpler and cheaper. This isn't just good for the bottom line during manufacturing. It's good for owners throughout the entire life cycle of the vehicle. Production is launching from a massive facility in Texas, with expansion plans for Berlin and Shanghai to meet global demand. This isn't a small-scale experiment. This is a full-scale assault on the global automotive market. Initial projections suggest around 150,000 units in the United States alone during the first year, with heavy concentration in states like California and Texas, where EV adoption is already strong. The Chinese market strategy is particularly interesting. Deliveries are expected to begin in early 2026, focusing on major urban centers. Despite facing intense local competition, the strategy emphasizes premium positioning. This might seem counterintuitive for an affordable vehicle, but it's actually brilliant. You're not competing on price alone. You're competing on technology, brand reputation, and overall value proposition. Let's talk batteries again because the economics here are fascinating. Lithium iron phosphate batteries, priced around $2,650, represent a massive cost reduction compared to traditional battery systems. Battery costs have been dropping across the industry, but this takes it to another level. When batteries represent such a significant portion of an EV's total cost, these savings directly translate to more affordable vehicles for consumers. The minimalist design approach extends to every detail. Smaller wheels, basic interior options, every choice made with cost efficiency in mind. But here's what's important. Basic doesn't mean bad. It means focused on what matters. You get a reliable, efficient vehicle without paying for features you'll never use or maintaining systems that add complexity without adding value. The single-motor propulsion system using ferrite magnets is another brilliant cost-saving measure. Will it blow your mind with acceleration? Probably not. But will it get you to work reliably for years? Absolutely. And that's what most people actually need from their vehicle. Starting production from China isn't just about manufacturing. It's about leveraging the most efficient supply chain in the world. Chinese manufacturing infrastructure is unmatched when it comes to scaling production quickly and efficiently. This benefits consumers everywhere, not just in Asia. Lower manufacturing costs mean lower prices globally. The pricing strategy here is aggressive, and it needs to be. When competitors are pricing similar vehicles between $29,000 and $35,000, coming in significantly lower forces everyone to rethink their approach. This isn't just about one company's success. This could drive down EV prices across the entire industry, benefiting all consumers. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Some cheaper EVs on the market have quality issues. Limited range, missing features, questionable reliability. The challenge is delivering true quality at an affordable price point, and that's where advanced manufacturing and smart design choices make all the difference. It's not about being the cheapest. It's about being the best value. The interior philosophy is straightforward. Comfort and functionality for up to 5 passengers without unnecessary luxury features. No ventilated seating, no panoramic glass roof beyond the standard configuration. These aren't oversights. They're deliberate choices that keep costs down while maintaining comfort and practicality. That 53 kilowatt-hour lithium iron phosphate battery provides adequate range for urban commuting and daily use. Is it enough for cross-country road trips every weekend? Probably not ideal. But here's the reality. Most people drive less than 50 miles per day. For that use case, this battery capacity is perfect, and it keeps costs reasonable. The ferrite magnet decision saves approximately $2,000 per vehicle. Multiply that across millions of units, and you're looking at billions in cost savings that can be passed to consumers. This is how you make electric vehicles truly accessible to the mass market. Competition is fierce, especially from brands already established in the affordable EV space. Success requires not just competitive pricing, but superior quality, better technology, and a strong brand reputation. The challenge is real, but so is the opportunity. We're potentially looking at millions of middle-class consumers who suddenly have access to electric vehicles they could never afford before. Let me talk about something crucial: production stability. Consistent manufacturing rhythm prevents bottlenecks and delays. It allows for economies of scale that drive costs down even further. As production volumes increase and processes become more refined, costs continue dropping. This creates a virtuous cycle where affordability improves over time. Standardized components and optimized subsystems dramatically improve reliability. Fewer unique parts mean less can go wrong. Simpler systems mean easier maintenance. This isn't just theoretical. This translates to lower ownership costs and fewer headaches for vehicle owners. The common body structure reduces unique variations by 20 to 30%. This streamlines everything from manufacturing to parts inventory to repairs. Standardization might sound boring, but it's incredibly powerful for keeping costs down and reliability up. With these efficiencies, production rates could hit 4,800 vehicles per week. That's serious volume. The innovative wiring architecture reduces harness length and weight, minimizing connectivity issues and speeding up assembly. Common battery housing accommodates multiple capacities while maintaining efficiency in various conditions. Even small components like fasteners and seals are standardized to simplify assembly and reduce errors. Every detail matters when you're trying to achieve this level of efficiency. Daily driving optimization is key. Regenerative braking recaptures energy that would otherwise be wasted. Aerodynamic design maximizes every electron from the battery. The preconditioning system adjusts battery temperature based on your planned route, optimizing performance before you even start driving. These smart features maximize efficiency without requiring any thought from the driver. For cold and wet climates, protective measures like heated charging ports and drainage systems ensure reliable performance year-round. Regular software updates continuously improve reliability and user experience. You're not just buying a vehicle. You're buying a platform that gets better over time through software improvements. Performance metrics are impressive for the segment. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 5.6 seconds is genuinely quick. Energy efficiency of 15 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers represents a 25% improvement over industry standards. The 48-volt electrical architecture minimizes energy loss while reducing weight. These aren't just numbers. They translate to real-world benefits in performance and efficiency. The compact dimensions make this vehicle perfect for urban environments. Shorter and narrower than larger models means easier parking, better maneuverability, and reduced material costs. The aerodynamic configuration could increase driving range by 8 to 10% compared to less optimized designs. That means fewer charging stops and more time actually driving. The shorter wheelbase improves handling and agility while maintaining passenger comfort and cargo space. Air resistance coefficient of 0.25 represents serious engineering achievement. Every aspect of this vehicle's design serves the dual purpose of reducing costs and improving efficiency. So here's the bottom line. We're looking at a potential revolution in affordable electric transportation. Smart engineering, advanced manufacturing, and strategic design choices combined to create something that seemed impossible just a few years ago. A genuinely affordable electric vehicle that doesn't feel like a compromise. This isn't about accepting less. It's about getting exactly what you need at a price that makes sense. The implications extend far beyond one vehicle or one company. If this succeeds, and all indicators suggest it will, the entire automotive industry must adapt. Competitors will need to match these prices or offer compelling reasons why consumers should pay more. That competition benefits everyone. Prices drop, technology improves, and electric vehicles become accessible to billions of people worldwide. This is how we accelerate the transition to sustainable transportation. Not by making expensive vehicles slightly less expensive, but by making affordable vehicles genuinely accessible. Not by compromising on what matters, but by focusing resources where they create real value. This is smart engineering meeting market reality, and the results could reshape the automotive landscape for decades to come. If you found this breakdown valuable, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you want more content like this. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we're going to keep diving deep into automotive innovations that are changing the game. Drop a comment and let me know. Would you consider switching to an affordable electric vehicle if the price was right? I'm genuinely curious about your thoughts. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and remember that the future of transportation isn't just electric. It's accessible.